Hello. The spell is noisy. And that's what we're talking about today at Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Margaret, and this program is for children 3 to 5-year-old. But if you're younger or older, come on in. I don't care. Do you like to be noisy and loud? And does your mother have to say shh? And when you go to the library, when we're open, does the librarian have to say shh? Well, guess what? I never say that. So, because you know what? I am a loud person. So here we go. We got books about being loud. And this is called Noisy Night by Brian Biggs. It's a noisy night. And it's put out by Roaring Brook Press. Oh, that's loud, isn't it? Roaring Brook Press. This little boy says, "What is going la 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 above my head?" La la la. A man is singing opera above my head. What is going ma above my head? It's an apartment building. Ma, a baby is cooing above my head. What is going ba above my head? I think I know. Ba, a sheep is speaking above my head. What is going haw above my head? Haw, cowboys are laughing above my head. I did not know they laugh like that. Haw. What is going wham above our heads? Wah. A girl is playing a trumpet above our heads. That's loud. What is going caw above my head? A crow is squawking above my head. Can you say caw? What is going rah above my head? I bet I know. Cheerleaders are cheering above my head. Yay! What is going cha above our heads? Cha. Can you say that? A couple is dancing above our heads. What is going blah above our heads? An old man is hollering, "Go to bed!" I don't think I blame him. He's listening. He doesn't hear anything. And now he's snoring. Everybody was quiet. That was a lot of loud noises and a lot of loud sounds. Okay, the next one is, let me see. Good Night, Owl. Good Night, Owl by Greg Pizzoli. He is one of my favorite authors. I think he's funny. And it's put out by Disney. Hiberon. Good night, Owl. Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. Squeak! It was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise he hadn't heard before. Someone must be at the door, said Owl. Just a minute. But no one was there. Probably the wind, said Owl. And he lay down in bed and said to himself, Good night, Owl. Squeak! Then he heard the noise again. It's the mouse. It's coming from the cupboard, said Owl. So he went to take a look. There's the cupboard. He emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. So Owl went back to bed. Good night, Owl, he said. And then he heard that noise. Squeak! It must be under the floor, said Owl. And he pulled up the floorboards one by one, but he didn't find the noise. So Owl went back to bed. Squeak! This house has a noisy roof, yelled Owl. And he took down the roof. There, said Owl, no more noise. Took down the roof. Owl got back into bed, the stars and the moon shining down where his roof used to be. Good night, Owl, he said. You know what's going to happen. But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that any second he would hear the noise. He waited and waited and waited and waited. Squeak! It's in the walls, Owl screeched. I'll get you, noise, Owl said, and he tore down the walls of his house. Oh my goodness. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty, the floorboards were pulled up, the roof was pulled down, and the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed and he said, "Good night, Owl." And then he saw the noise. Squeak. Owl smiled. He said, "Good night, noise." And they went to sleep. Looks like they're out under the stars. I like that story. This is one of my funny books I like. It's called Stop Snoring, Bernard, by Zachariah Ahora. And do you know anybody in your house that snores? I do. My husband says I snore sometimes. This is by Henry Holt and Company. Oh, we're at the zoo. Stop snoring, Bernard. Bernard loved living at the zoo. He loved mealtime, playtime, and best of all, nap time. He's an otter, isn't he? But there was one little problem. Bernard snored loudly. One afternoon at nap time, Grumpy Giles had had enough. "Snore somewhere else, Bernard," he said. Boy, he looks grumpy, doesn't he? Snore. Bernard tried sleeping in a lake, but that didn't work. "Stop snoring, Bernard." Alligators, I want to make him happy. He tried sleeping in a fountain, but that didn't work either. "Stop snoring, Bernard," said the giraffes. He must be really loud. He even tried sleeping in a puddle, but that really didn't work. "Stop snoring, Bernard," said the elephants, and he got water poured on him. Bernard was sad and lonely. He found a tucked away place, curled up by himself, and drifted off to sleep. The other otters missed Bernard. They searched for him all through the night. "Bernard, oh Bernard." The next morning, Bernard woke up and saw hundreds of bats on the ceiling. "Excuse me," he said, "how did you sleep with all my snoring?" "Well, we didn't," replied a bat. "We were out all night, and now we are trying to sleep. So please don't snore here." They're nocturnal. Bernard felt terrible. There wasn't any place he could sleep without bothering somebody. He trudged toward the zoo gate, but then he heard something. Oh, he's got tears. It was the other otters. "We couldn't sleep without you," said Grumpy Giles. "I'm sorry," I yelled. "Please come back." From that day on, everyone napped happily. Well, almost everyone. "Good night, Bernard." But he's got to cover up his, I don't know if they have ears, but he's got to cover him up because he's still snoring. But they missed him. Isn't that sweet? This is a flannel board about noise, and I cannot think of anything noisier than a fire engine. You know how loud they are, boy. They can wake you up in the middle of the night. And this is a flannel board about colored fire engines. "I am a fire truck. I am what? Green. I'm the fastest fire truck you've ever seen. I'm a fire truck. My color is blue. I can carry a big firefighting crew. I am a fire truck. What color? Orange am I. I have a ladder that goes up to the sky. I am a fire truck. I am painted yellow. Putting out fires makes me a happy fellow. I am a fire truck. Look at me. I'm as red as all fire trucks should be. So we got what? Green, blue, yellow, orange, and red. They are loud. Let's all make fire engine noises. Okay, I got one. The next flannel board is 5 noisy robots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we go. 5 noisy robots in the toy shop, shiny and tall with an antenna on top. Along came a girl with a quarter one day. She bought a noisy robot and took the blue one away. 4 noisy robots in the toy shop, shiny and tall with an antenna on top. Along came a boy with a quarter one day. He bought the red robot and took it away. Beep, bop, beep, beep, boop. Now how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3 noisy robots in the toy shop, shiny and tall with an antenna on top. Along came a dog with a quarter one day, and he said, I'll take the purple one away. Bop, beep, boop, bop, boop. Now we have 1, 2. 2 little toy robots in the toy shop. Along came Miss Brooke with a quarter one day. She said, oh, I want the green one. I really do. And she took it away. Beep, bop, boop, boop. Now we just have one. 1 noisy robot in the toy shop, shiny and tall with an antenna on top. Along came Miss Margaret with a quarter. I don't know where I got the quarter, but I got some money with the quarter one day, and she took the yellow robot away. There we go. Very good. If you're a robot and you know it, clank your coils. If you're a robot and you know it, clank your coils. If you're a robot and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're a robot and you know it, clank your coils. If you're a robot and you know, press your buttons, beep, beep. If you're a robot and you know it, press your button, beep, beep. If you're a robot and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're a robot and you know it, press your buttons, beep, beep. Last time. If you're a robot and you know it, clunk your heels, stomp, stomp. If you're a robot and you know it, clunk your heels, plump, stomp. If you're a robot and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're a robot and you know it, clomp your heels, clomp, clomp. Just go around the house or go outside and ask your mom if it's okay if you be a loud, noisy robot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.